Hi everybody, it's Miranda and I'm here to show you how I add a monthly calendar to my creative diary. By the way, if you hear a chewing sound in the background, that's my dog. He got a new bone today and this is what he's doing all day and I can't escape it because he feels he has to chew it right next to me. So what I did, I have the large creative diary and I did this last month and I made a video on it. And of course, the video didn't work. Let me move the camera. Sorry about that. I added this piece of paper to the front. I made my monthly calendar. And I did it as a fold out to the first page. So that way each week I could just open it, see what I had, and then plan. See what I had, and then plan. See what I had, and then plan. So this is actually the last week of July, which hasn't happened yet, so I haven't planned for it yet. But with this being the first week of August, I need to attach the calendar to this week. And I want to do that before I plan here so I can incorporate whatever washi tape I use into the spread and the decoration. So we're going to do the same video I made last time, but it'll be different because it's for August. So, as most of you know who've been watching me for a while, I used to use Happy Planner, and for personal reasons, I've decided to separate myself from that brand. But I still have all this product to use. So, rather than wasting it, because I'm not about to throw good money out the window, I am going to use it in my creative diary. What I did was I had this grid paper that they had for the big Happy Planner, and if I left it the way it came, if I added it to this page, it would be too long and it would wind up rolling. So I trimmed it, and I trimmed it within an inch of its life, it looks like here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim it a little bit more. So, and if you want to know what products I'm using other than the Happy Planner stuff, I have links in the description box below for you for sites that I use to order them from. There are a lot more, so the ones that I've provided you are just the ones that I use personally. But there are other ones, and if I come across more, or I know more, or learn more, I will add them to the videos. But for now, all the ones that I have are the ones that I use. So I trimmed off more of that edge, and now I want to see, I'm going to line it up with the edge here, and that gives me a little bit more wiggle room, as you can see, because here's the end of the page, and here's the actual binding edge. So I've got plenty of room, and it won't destroy my page when I close the book. So before we attach it to the book though, I'm going to decorate it because it's easier to do that without the book in the way than with the book in the way. So what I like to do is use the stamps, and I just keep them all in this little clear container. I think I got it at the dollar store literally for $1 or so. I want to decide first how I want the calendar to look. This edge is going to go against the binding, so I'm actually going to decorate this side. And last month I did the calendar with the month here, the days of the week, and then this, so you would actually look at the calendar like that. But I'm finding that's not how I use the book, so I'm going to make the calendar long this way. So first I need to look at need to make a little thing here for an example of the calendar, because I don't want to make a mistake while I'm making it. I'd rather make it on a practice one. So I know the 26th is a Sunday, so there's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the 1st of August is actually a Saturday, and then the 2nd is a Sunday. So Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a 6th week. So let's go ahead and we'll count across to make our columns. Obviously there will be 7, but we've got to make room for the washi tape. So I'm going to stop it probably about here. So I'm only dealing with that much of the paper. That way I don't have this covering up any days for me to plan in. So I'm going to probably fast forward this while you watch. Okay, so what I did was I'm using the journaling block by Dylusions, and it's a really handy tool because while I'm going across, I used this line plus the edge of my ruler to count out the 7 days, which ended perfectly where my washi line was. So each box is going to be exactly from this line to the edge of the ruler wide. And then as I went down the page, I started with my first dot, and I went from the edge of this ruler to this line plus 4 blocks, and that gave me perfectly the 6 weeks that I need. So I'm going to draw the lines in really quick, and then I'll show you what else I'm going to do. Alright, so we've got our grid in. So the first thing I'm going to do is to stamp the days of the week up here. So last time I used the big letters that they had. But wait, you know what? Let me make sure. I want... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I have these smaller stamps that she has with the days of the week, and I think I'm going to use these ones that have the full day name on them. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp those across, and the calendar for me always starts on a Monday. I know it starts on a Sunday in America, but that's not the way that we plan. We always plan from Monday forward. So I'm going to start there and stamp these in. And I'm going to tell you how I do it. I always put it on upside down, and here's why. When I turn it this way, it's right side up. I can stick that into my stamp pad, stamp it, and it's more ergonomically friendly for my hands because I have issues with carpal tunnel, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to erase all of this because I don't need it. Alright, so there's our monthly grid. Sorry, I can't handle everything laying helter-skelter on my desk. So, excuse me while I clean up a little bit. Alright, because I need room to move. Alright, so we've got our grid in. I use the micron pen, and I'm not really super precious about the lines. If they're not, met up completely, fine. If no big deal. I'm just going to go ahead and erase the pencil lines. Next month we'll hopefully have fewer weeks, and then I'll show you how I use the stamps to make the monthly calendar, because I'm not overly decorative for my monthly calendar because it's mostly just functional for me to keep track of my life. There. because like last month, I'll show you, I used, come on, I used the stamps to make the grid, which I thought turned out really, really super cute, which I will try to do again next month, but again, it depends on how many weeks. This one, because of the way the days fell, wound up having 6 weeks, and that's too much for me to be able to use them to do that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp in the dates, just to give it a little bit neater look. You can write it in, but I kind of like it to look super neat. And I will show you the way that Dyan Reaveley taught us to do the dates, because I think it's more efficient. So before we do that, I'm gonna stamp August down here just so it looks pretty, because isn't that why we do this? We like our stuff to look pretty. I do. I think it looks nice. And whenever you pull these off to begin with, like the very first time, let these kind of hang out before you stick them to anything, because if not, they could get a little warped. So I'm going to put it on just like I did the days of the week. Stamp it up nice and dark. He needs a little help. A needs a little help. Alright, and then I'm just going to stamp it right down here. August. See? Nice. Because this is all in Dyan Reaveley's writing. I can't write like her. I've tried. It just, no, it's not happening. So, I'll use her stamps. So, I thought that was cute. And then I'm going to use these little numbers on the bottom. And we're going to do all the ones first. So here's this. So our first one is on a Saturday. Then we have, we'll skip this Monday, go to this Monday. And then Tuesday the 11th. And then we've got the 12th, the 13th, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, that's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. There. And if you press down too hard like me, you get these big, fat, chubby letters. If you do it lightly, you get these nice, clean ones. And when did I learn that? Right this second. So, there you go. Now we're going to go and do all the twos. And again, put it on here, hold it, turn it so you see the two. Okay? $12, $20, $21, $22, $23, oops, $24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29, and that's it. Okay, then we're going to do all our threes. Again, I put it on there so I see it like this. 3, 10, 11, 12, 13, 23, 30, 31. Okay, and I'm going to do 0 now just because it's messing me up. So we'll do the zeros. 10, 20, 30. Okay, now we're going to do our 4s. Oops. Oops, I forgot a 9. Alright, so we've got all these. And the next thing I'm going to do before I color it is I'd like to add some color. And I think I'm just going to add color on the outside here. And then I'll show you how to add it to your planner. But what I like to do is write my stuff in. But you know what? I probably will write it in off camera because you don't need to know everything I got going on there. So I'm just going to color around this part. And the page for the first day of August. Let's see what color it is so we can kind of match it up. Is this. So I think maybe I'm going to use Periwinkle Blue because I used Mushy Peas last month. So I'm going to use Periwinkle Blue so it goes with this in the paint water brush pens that I have. But you can use anything you want. You can use marker, crayon, whatever, leave it blank, color these things, not that, I don't know, whatever you'd like. But I think I may color these in here, and then I'm going to put some kind of a sticker or something there. No, I'm just going to do this part. Work on all of this. Alright, so we've got our star. Which way do I want it to look? I like it that way. So we'll do it this way. Add the star. I like it this way. Maybe we'll do it a little smidgen different. I don't know. This would have been a great idea for last month, huh? Blue, red stars, white calendar. Oh well. That's me, a day late and a dollar short, folks. It's the way it works here. That's alright. I'm learning and you're learning. And that is all that matters. I'm going to color the stars yellow. And I use this little thing like you saw in school because my water brushes are super cheap, and then I just put them in here and use it like paintbrush sometimes, depending on how finicky the brush is being. There. And I'm not super duper neat about coloring it. If I go out of the lines, I go out of the lines. It's alright. The lines from the calendar are bugging me a little bit about them being there, but this will help me remember next time not to use those ones, right? All right. And that's, I think, Lemon Zest. Yeah, Lemon Zest ink of Dyan Reaveley's. I needed to put it on this pink page. So, line your washi tape up, put half of it on your calendar and half of it hanging off, like that. This is the page I haven't decorated yet because this is the last week of July. And I'm gonna line this up with the edge of my first week of August page. And then I'm just gonna fold that over. Okay, now if you get a washi tape that isn't really sticky, you can always go over it with glue and make it stick down on the washi tape. Just reinforce that washi tape with glue. Okay, so now I have to washi tape this side to reinforce it, or your paper will fall out, and we don't want that. So again, half on the page and half on the paper. Okay, and I'm going to fold that over and press it down. So then you wind up with this paper here, and then I'm going to fold it this way and press it down so it winds up being like a little flap. I'm going to trim this edge. And that one looks okay. Alright, so there you go. August's calendar is taped in, ready to go for next month. I can flip it out whenever I'm planning for this week and the following week. When I don't need it and I'm just decorating, I just fold it back in and do my thing. Alright? Simple enough. And it's super cute. Isn't it? I think so. Alright, super simple, super easy way to add a monthly planner or a monthly page to your creative diary. So if you have any questions, ask me down below. I'm happy to answer them. And until then, have a great time and have fun in your creative diary. Bye.